Mali is a landlocked country in West Africa with a history that stretches back thousands of years, blending rich traditions, powerful empires, and cultural legacies that influence the entire region. Known for its golden age during the medieval period, Mali was once home to some of the greatest empires in African history and played a pivotal role in the development of trade, scholarship, and Islam in West Africa. Today, Mali stands as a modern nation, but its heritage continues to shape its identity and global significance. Ancient beginnings, early civilizations. The story of Mali begins long before the rise of great kingdoms. Archaeological evidence shows that the region has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with communities thriving along the Niger River. This river became the lifeline for agriculture, fishing, and trade. Early inhabitants practiced farming, cultivating millet and sorghum, and established villages that laid the foundations for more complex societies. By the first millennium BCE, the region saw the emergence of organized societies and localized kingdoms. These early cultures were connected by trade routes that exchanged goods such as salt, gold, and kola nuts. Over time, this economic network would fuel the rise of mighty empires. The Ghana Empire, a predecessor to Mali. Before the Mali Empire came the Ghana Empire, not to be confused with modern Ghana, which dominated West Africa from around the 6th to the 13th century. Located in what is now southeastern Mauritania and western Mali, the Ghana Empire was the first major power in the region to control trans-Saharan trade. It thrived on its monopoly over gold and salt, two commodities that shaped the wealth of West Africa. Although Ghana eventually declined due to internal conflicts and invasions, its political and economic systems influenced future empires, setting the stage for Mali's rise. The Mali Empire, Golden Age of West Africa. The Mali Empire emerged in the early 13th century and soon became one of the most powerful and culturally significant empires in Africa. Its foundation is attributed to Sundiata Keita, a legendary leader who united various clans and established a centralized state after defeating the Soso king at the Battle of Kirina in 1235. This victory marked the beginning of Mali's dominance. Under Sundiata and his successors, Mali expanded its territory, stretching from the Atlantic coast deep into the Sahel. The empire controlled major trade routes, enabling it to accumulate immense wealth from the gold and salt trade. At its peak, Mali was one of the largest and richest empires in the world. Mansa Musa and the height of power. The most famous ruler of Mali was Mansa Musa, who reigned from 1312 to 1337. Often cited as one of the wealthiest individuals in history, Mansa Musa elevated Mali's reputation on a global scale. His pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 is legendary, not only for its religious significance but also for its display of immense wealth. Traveling with thousands of attendants in caravans laden with gold, Mansa Musa distributed so much gold in Cairo and other regions that it temporarily disrupted local economies. Mansa Musa's reign was marked by prosperity and intellectual growth. He established Timbuktu as a major center of learning, attracting scholars, architects, and traders from across Africa and the Middle East. The city's Sankore University and numerous libraries made Mali a hub of Islamic scholarship, culture, and society during the empire. The Mali Empire was not only a political and economic power, but also a cultural beacon. Oral traditions, music, and storytelling flourished, with griots, oral historians, preserving the empire's history and values. Agriculture remained the backbone of society, while trade enriched cities like Timbuktu, Gao, and Djenné. Islam played a central role in governance and education, but indigenous beliefs persisted, creating a unique cultural blend. Architecture also reflected this synthesis, with mud brick structures such as the Great Mosque of Djenné becoming iconic symbols of West African heritage. Decline of the Mali Empire. After the death of Mansa Musa, the empire faced internal struggles and external pressures. Regional leaders began to assert independence, and new powers like the Songhai Empire rose to challenge Mali's dominance. By the late 15th century, Mali had lost much of its territory and influence, eventually becoming a shadow of its former self. Colonial era and the French conquest centuries after the fall of the Mali Empire, The region remained fragmented into smaller states and kingdoms. In the late 19th century, European colonization reached West Africa. France gradually conquered the area, incorporating it into French Sudan by the early 20th century. Under colonial rule, traditional political structures were dismantled, and the economy was reoriented towards serving French interests, particularly in cotton and groundnut production. Road to independence. Following World War II, nationalist movements gained strength across Africa. In 1960, French Sudan achieved independence as part of the Mali Federation with Senegal. However, the federation quickly dissolved, and on September 22, 1960, Mali became an independent republic under President Modibo Keita. Modern Mali, challenges and resilience. Post-independence, Mali faced numerous challenges, including political instability, droughts, and economic hardship. A military coup in 1968 ended Keita's socialist experiment, leading to decades of shifting regimes. Multi-party democracy was introduced in the 1990s, but political unrest and insurgencies, particularly in the northern regions, have persisted into the 21st century. In recent years, Mali has grappled with security threats from armed groups and separatist movements, prompting international intervention. Despite these difficulties, Mali remains culturally vibrant, with music, art, and traditions that continue to inspire the world.